Gaming is an expensive hobby. If your bank account looks anything like mine does right now, you'd probably be happy to hear that there are tons of awesome VR games to play that don't cost anything at all. Here are 4 surprisingly free VR games that I think that you should check out, and stick around until the end for an honorable mention that I think you should try as well. And yes, it's also free. Hyperdash. Hyperdash is like if you mixed a first-person arena shooter with Sonic Adventure 2. Okay, it's not exactly like that, but grinding on rails as a form of traversal always felt so satisfying in Sonic Adventure 2, and Hyperdash takes it a step further by doing it in VR. When I first loaded up Hyperdash, I was nervous about how long it'd take me to get used to the controls, but they're so intuitive that I caught on about a minute into the tutorial. The dash mechanic that allows you to launch yourself wherever you aim your cursor makes getting on, off, and even switching rails incredibly easy. Other than that, you point, you shoot, and you run. It's incredibly simple and super fun, and free. Before we move on, I should say that I played all of these games on the VIVE Focus Vision, and I highly recommend you do the same for the best experience possible. OpenBrush. It's kind of difficult to describe OpenBrush in words. It's a little bit easier to just show you, so check this out. I think you get it. The world around you is your canvas, and OpenBrush provides you with all the tools to make whatever artistic vision you can possibly imagine come to life. With tons of different brushes, animated elements, 3D textures, and colors to choose from, OpenBrush allows for seemingly limitless creativity. I would have been completely overwhelmed by the sheer amount of options in OpenBrush if it weren't for how easy it was to create something from scratch. OpenBrush is truly one of those experiences that's hard to believe is even free. Republique VR. Republique is truly a unique experience because you're not playing from the perspective of the main protagonist in the game. Instead, you're watching the protagonist from surveillance cameras in a George Orwell-esque totalitarian state and trying to help her escape from a detention facility. You can jump from camera to camera, unlock doors, distract guards, and hack into devices in order to help her progress. For those of you looking for a VR experience with gameplay that is more on the avant-garde side than your typical first-person game, Republique is worth a shot. Plus, it's free, so there's really no reason not to. VRchat. VRchat is a staple of VR gaming at this point. If you own a headset, there's a really good chance that you have heard of, played, or even purchased your entire headset for the sole purpose of playing VRchat. But just in case you haven't heard of it, VRchat is a virtual world where you can explore other virtual worlds with people who have an assortment of personalities. And I don't mean that in a good way. Just kidding. Because VRchat players scare me. Just kidding again. Please don't hurt me. These virtual worlds entail anything from obstacle courses, mini games, beautiful forests, and really anything that you can think of because VRchat allows players to create and publish their own worlds for others to join. So the world that you end up in can be as simple or as elaborate as the creator decides. You can create and upload your own avatar as well, which can also be extremely elaborate or extremely simple. You can even make use of full body tracking in VRchat for a more immersive experience. And with the plugin, even have face tracking. VRchat exists simultaneously as a fun, social MMO, as well as a powerful tool for artists and creators to create their own worlds for people to experience, avatars for people to use, or in my case, make funny internet videos for people to laugh at. Or not laugh at. Plus, everyone has to experience VRchat at least once in their life. As a VR player, it's like a rite of passage. I wanted to throw an honorable mention in here because you really can't have too many free games. Aircar is a simple experience. You drive an Aircar, which is like a flying car through a futuristic city. You can fly super high over giant skyscrapers or fly right above ground like a normal car, except flying. It's simple, but it's oddly addictive and really easy to get sucked into. Give these games a try and let me know what you thought about them in the comments. I'm always looking for new VR experiences, especially if they're free, so if there are any titles that you thought I missed, or simply just games that you're looking forward to, feel free to drop those down below as well. Oh, and if you want to miss out on all of our awesome VR content in the future, then don't hit that subscribe button. For everyone else, which is going to be most of you, you're going to want to subscribe.